Well, let me give voice to what my fellow Republicans have already said. We are here today to send a strong message that the State of Israel has a right to defend themselves against these terroristic rocket attacks emerging from Hamas and any other terrorist activities that they may face. You know, just 8 months ago, we had unprecedented peace breaking out in the Middle East. We had the Abraham Accords that were paving the path to prosperity in the region. There was great optimism and hope about the national security situation, not just for Israel, but across the entire region. But here we are, just months later, and the wheels have literally fallen off the security situation. So what needs to happen? Well, number one, we need to cut off the terrorist financing from the largest state sponsor of international terrorism, Iran, which is funding the development of these rockets, which is supplying the very hardware being used to rain down terror and to take the lives of Israelis. The other thing we need to do is affirm at every turn, not just here in Congress, but in the White House. President Biden needs to be unequivocal and very direct about his support for the State of Israel. And then lastly, something incredibly constructive that we could do this week in the United States Senate is we could bring to the floor Senator Rick Scott's resolution, which I have co-sponsored and many of my colleagues have co-sponsored, that affirms our collective support for the State of Israel during this incredibly challenging time. Let me also add one thing we should not do. We should not be sending a message during this incredibly challenging time for our closest ally, arguably. We should not be wavering in our support by sending a message that any future aid or assistance we give to the State of Israel is going to be restrained or conditioned. This is not the time for mealy-mouthed talk. This is the time for reassurance and to stand shoulder to shoulder as the State of Israel finds its way back to peace.
Cindy Hyde-Smith.